Hey guys, I'm just jumping on for our weekly update, and today is the 14th of November. Although in Melbourne, you wouldn't actually know it, and this has been a big thing that's come in for so many people. We so want that shift into warmer weather and being able to be outside and just soaking some sunlight and vitamin D into our bodies. And although today is sunny, it feels like, I just had a look at my phone, it feels like 8.8 degrees. And so it's crazy. We're, a couple of weeks away from summer and it feels like we haven't had spring. And so many people have been coming in saying that. So the extension of winter, which is, that real hibernating and cold, and we're past that. So my little tip is, if you see sun, get outside, get in it, soak it up, try and, just sneak a little bit of fresh air, open a window, all of that kind of stuff, because we're really starved for that feeling in our body, like we're shifting. And so this is, extending that real exhausted feeling. So a lot of people are just done and exhausted and tired. Their bodies are tired. And so sun and, being outside and fresh air, if we can get it as much as we can, particularly steal the sunlight, is going to help get us through that little bit more. And hopefully the weather is going to shine down on us and make it a little bit easier. So speaking about exhausted, lots of people have been coming in as well with real physical things going on in their body. So lingering illnesses. Lots of heart stuff came up this week, and heart stuff energetically as well as, physically. Heart stuff is really that, self-worth, self-confidence, self-belief. And so there's a real turn back in that to question and to give people a shake up in that area. So it's making sure that we come back to really anchor in our self-support and self-worth and self-belief and truth. And so there's a few people that we're working on that are struggling with that. So we're bringing them in to really make sure that we look at it from a new perspective to anchor in what they need and what they know and how they can support themselves. But there's a lot of people that have made a really big shift in going, I get this. I really am going to boundary myself. I want more for me. I am putting my energy into things that make my life feel good. And so there's big shifts in moving or in changing jobs or study or, renovating or some kind of, construction in a way that's really positive for them. So, looking at what I can do that's going to change my life. So that's really good. So, there's, again, it's like we're divided. We're moving slowly, and there's, people that got a lot coming up before we can shift into that. And then there's some people that are shifting into that. Life bombs continue to fall all over everyone, which has been like the theme for the end of this year. A lot of life bombs are happening to other people, but we still have to know how to support ourselves in it. So that's been really interesting. A life bomb really moves you to plan B, and embracing plan B can be, which is like the weather, embracing plan B, steal the sun as soon as we can, really helping us come back to finding solutions for us that feel right. And that's really important. Again, in health, the health situation, lots of lingering coughs, lots of, body aches or backs, lots of headaches. Remember, headaches is I'm doing everything for everyone else, but I'm really not focused or doing things for me. So the energy is really pulling us back to be able to check in and focus on us and find ways that we support us in what we need and boundaries and everything else. So keep that in mind, because that beautiful check-in, hey, what do I need? How do I support myself today? Is a really beautiful way to start your day before the chaos hits. So as we move forward into next week, it's going to start getting crazy because we're moving into Christmas. I said the word. So really try and slow down time for you in some way, whether it's even with a book, a cup of tea, have a morning that is a slow moving morning if you can over the weekend, something that really just tucks you in to make you feel like you've got the space and time for you. That's a really beautiful way to support yourself in this craziness. And remember, we are turning back into really knowing how to love and look after ourselves. So if you need help with that, I'm the girl that can help you really anchor that in for you. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. I've got some really exciting things coming up. My retreat from my little life bomb had to get moved, but it's been embraced really well. So I moved the people over to Feb next year, Feb, March, but a few more people have joined. So I'm obviously, this energy shift from the end of this year of everyone being done into next year. Hey, I'm ready to, do things. I don't want to have the same year that I had this year. I really want to support myself differently. So check that out if that's you too, because that's available and there's a payment plan to make it easier. And some other exciting things that are happening this week for all of you to learn how to love and support yourself better. So that's it for me this week. I hope you have a beautiful week. Sending you all a big hug, and I will talk to you all next week.